and this is what we should expect.
Yeah, and like so we're I think we're gonna break this off in a separate clip and just kind of call it weekly optimism for struggling wolves for the pack. Weekly optimism for the pack. So we're just gonna try to bring that optimism and so yeah, you see what the bench is doing like, and I just think that NBA that our fan base is just forgetting that our two best players are out. I think like like that's such a big thing. That's like if the Lakers were without LeBron and Anthony Davis.
It's the same effect. Like we're not saying that Cat and D'Lo are as good as LeBron and AD, but it has the same effect on our team. It has the same effect on the Timberwolves as it would on the Lakers. If you take
Yes.
away their two best players, they're probably the worst team in the West. If you take away our two best
If you
players,
take
we're the
away
worst team in the
anyone's
West.
worst two best two, if you take away anyone's two best players, they're going to be the worst team in the West. Like that,
Yeah,
it's
it's
ridiculous.
tough. Like
And I know you
the
get
Nuggets,
angry
the Nuggets
watching
right now without Jokic and Murray would be,
terrible.
oh my gosh, terrible.
Yeah, and I know it makes you angry at like these Twitter people. It makes you mad, and like you just want to take out your anger and just type some tweets. But like, come on, man! Like you got to be a little bit. You got to have a little bit more confidence in the team. Like we're without our two best players. Our rookie, our two rookies are both starting to come into themselves and play a lot better. Jaden McDaniels, dude,
Yeah, he's playing great,
he's
great
elite.
basketball,
He's a
playing
great.
great defense.
Oh, I didn't know he was. I did not think he was going to be that good at defense. When he's blocking Zion out there, man, like he's
Yeah,
he needs to put on
his
some weight though.
stroke looks great too. His shooting form is good. Every time he catches the ball at 3 point line, I think it's going in. Besides the game last night, he's done excellent from outside the arc. So it's really nice to see him come into his own. He's just so long. Like
It's
he's a multi-dimensional player on the court.
you can't look at him and not see KD. Like obviously he's not as dynamic of a scorer yet, but there's just so many similarities in his body type, his shooting form, like everything. It just I see a lot of KD in him. And there's just it's just I don't know. We got to figure out once we get Cat and D'Lo, we got to figure out how we can keep guys like Jared Vanderbilt involved in the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because I don't want them to shy away. I don't want J Mac to shy away once we get our two guys back. You know what I mean?
yeah, and I love that you brought that up because I think I think a Cat Vanderbilt lineup just plays off each other so well. Like I think Vanderbilt helps Cat with defense, and Cat sets up Vanderbilt really well. Like I think Vanderbilt's just that Vanderbilt can be that glue. I think we finally found a guy who can play beside Cat. That's like
Yes.
does what Cat can't do. Like that's what we need at the four. We need the guy who can do what Cat can't do, and Vanderbilt does everything that Cat can't do really well.
Yes.
So and
He's
it's the same with Jaden McDaniels, but Jaden McDaniels could be an upgrade from Vanderbilt in 2 years down the line. He's a project player. I see a lot of Jonathan Isaac in him, and a lot of people clowned us. We had a lot of comments for saying that they had a really good draft, and the reason we said they had a really good draft is we think at the 28th pick, getting I think the number 5 overall player in his
yeah.
class. Um, I think that's a steal, and I think he's showing it right now that once he gets substantial playing time, he makes a big effect on the floor.
Of course. And like we still have a stash and draft. What's his face? Balmero.
And Balmero,
Yeah, like we haven't even seen that yet. So what did we give you gave the Timberwolves an A?
I gave him an A. Like
Yeah.
I was fine with their draft,
Yeah, they had a great draft. Like
and I think the Balmero pick was so good. It's because we don't have our pick next year. He acts as our pick next year, so
exactly.
it was a good trade. I think it was a really good trade. But yeah, overall, I was really happy with the Pelicans game. Our bench beat the Pelicans. Pretty talented starters.
Zion
Like
looked terrible. He did not look I
yeah,
haven't
there's
I've,
something wrong with the Pelicans right now. They're not shooting well whatsoever. But Brandon Ingram,
oh,
I don't know why he wasn't playing like he did in the fourth quarter the whole game. But if he played like that,
brutal.
I can't even imagine what would happen.
Well, dude, we tried so hard to lose that game. Like we really were trying to lose that game. Like it was almost like we were cursed and like we were going to lose that game no matter what. That's what it looked like.
Yeah, I agree. But we pulled it out. I really do think we can beat this Warriors team with D'Lo back. I think if we had Cat and D'Lo, we would have won that game by double digits. By the way our bench was playing, like where our bench outplayed the Warriors starters in two of the four quarters. So I don't know what more you can ask from them. They played hard and they did their best. I mean, they're less talented than the Warriors starters. Obviously, they're bench players, but they outplayed them in two quarters. So I'm happy with that.
And I've been watching the NBA for a long time, and I've never seen a team play so hard.
Yeah, Vanderbilt was the essence of toughness that game.
Vanderbilt and Naz Reid one possession. It was literally the hardest I've ever seen, and I don't even think we came away with a score on the possession, but it was like just Vanderbilt saved the ball out of bounds. Naz missed it. Naz gets the rebound. Naz misses it, but they're like just like the hustle plays. That's as a fan, that's how I'm still staying in it. If I didn't see that heart or that effort, it would be very hard for me right now to sit and talk about the Timberwolves for an hour straight.
And there was another play where there was three Warriors going for the ball after a missed shot. I don't know by who. I think it was Rubio, but Vanderbilt went in between the three players and tapped the ball out to Malik, and he nailed like a really big three.
Dude, he's such an annoying. I would hate playing against Vanderbilt. And you saw that with Andrew Wiggins one possession at the end of the game. Vanderbilt fouled him, and then he was like all over him, and then Vanderbilt just goes flying, and Andrew Wiggins just started laughing because he's like, "What the hell is wrong with this guy? Like, why is he trying so hard?"
Vanderbilt was he was on our preseason watch list. We had a lot of faith in Vanderbilt. Plus, he's only 21 and he's been in the league 3 years now, so that's a really big plus. So,
yeah,
I think he is developing into that guy.
I think whoever's still watching, I'm about to buy a Timberwolves jersey, and I'm stuck between a Vanderbilt or an Anthony Edwards. It's a tough. So I think we should get a little vote going in the comment section. Whoever's made it this far, because the way I see it, the Vanderbilt, the way the Timberwolves organization is as a whole, I feel like how many years do we have him on contract?
I think because we picked up his 2 years, so I think he's on contract next year, and then we have to extend him. So
okay, so I guess
next year we have him for sure.
So I mean that would be a decent investment, but I feel like Anthony Edwards would be a better investment. But also just like having a Jared Vanderbilt jersey would just be.
You get a lot of street cred with that jersey.
You get a lot of street cred. That's kind of like wearing the D Rose Forest jersey.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like look at that play, man. Maybe it is too distracting having this in the background because
it was Anthony Tolliver. Oh gosh, yeah, that was an interesting team.